Okay, so you know how sometimes a name just jumps out of a headline? Kim Kardashian.
Yeah. What about her?
Well, she's apparently set to testify in Paris.
Yeah.
And it immediately made me think of that crazy robbery back in 2016.
Oh, right. Wow, that feels like ages ago. But yeah, I remember that. Huge news at the time.
Exactly. So we've got this ABC News piece, and, our mission for this deep dive is basically to unpack what's happening with this upcoming trial.
Makes sense. It's not your everyday legal case, is it? A major celebrity international incident.
Definitely not. It's got layers.
For sure. It kind of peels back the less shiny side of that level of fame, and dealing with justice systems overseas.
Right. And how something targeting one person, even someone really famous, turns into this, major legal thing years down the line.
It's quite the process.
So let's just quickly rewind. It was October 2016. Paris Fashion Week is on.
Peak glamour, peak attention.
Right. And Kim Kardashian is staying in an apartment. And then armed robbery. It honestly sounds like a movie plot.
It really does. The article says armed robbers allegedly tied her up.
Yeah, tied her up, locked her in a bathroom. Intense.
Really intense. And they were after jewelry, right? Millions of dollars worth.
Billions, yeah.
Yeah.
Just gone. The scale of it is hard to grasp.
It really is. The planning involved, or maybe the sheer audacity.
And now here we are. There's a trial scheduled in Paris. Looks like it runs from April 28th through May 23rd.
Okay, so that's what? Nearly a month. That's a significant chunk of court time.
It is. And they've got 10 people facing charges.
10 suspects. Wow.
Yeah. The charges range from armed robbery, kidnapping, and other related criminal stuff.
So it suggests a pretty complex operation, maybe, and a long investigation by the French police.
Must have been. And get this, Kardashian is going to be there. In person.
Really? She's testifying herself.
Her lawyer confirmed it. Imagine having to go back through all of that years later in court, in another country.
Yeah, that would be incredibly difficult, I'd think, reliving it.
Definitely. But her lawyer also put out a statement saying she has, quote, tremendous appreciation and admiration for the French judicial system.
Interesting. Sounds like she's approaching it very formally, respectably.
Seems like it. The statement also mentioned wanting the trial to proceed in an orderly fashion, respecting everyone involved and French law.
Right. Aiming for a fair process, which is what you'd hope for.
Especially with all the media attention this is likely going to get.
Absolutely. It kind of puts a spotlight on how different legal systems handle these big, complex cases. Doesn't matter who's involved, the process needs to work.
True. And the article tags this, unsurprisingly, under Kardashians in France. Makes sense.
Yeah, connects the dots pretty clearly. Celebrity world meets international law.
It's a strange intersection sometimes.
It really is. Shows how one event can span across different areas. People follow celeb news, crime, international relations.
Now, the source, the ABC article, it mentions other things too.
Yeah.
Headlines about Trump, tariffs, stock markets, some other legal deals.
Right, the usual news mix.
But we're going to keep our focus tight on just this Paris trial story. Plenty to talk about just with this one case.
Oh, for sure. Better to go deep on one thing, right? Understand this journey from the crime itself to, hopefully, some kind of legal conclusion.
Okay, so let's sum it up. Kim Kardashian is heading to Paris. She's going to testify in the trial related to the 2016 robbery.
Where she was bound, locked up, and robbed of millions in jewelry.
And there are 10 suspects facing serious charges. It's a major development in a story that, honestly, the whole world was watching back then.
It really was. And it does make you think, doesn't it?
About what?
Well, just that with the international angle, the celebrity factor. Are there unique challenges here? For the French courts, for the lawyers, for her, for the accused. It's definitely not just another trial,
That's a really good point. How does all that extra stuff affect things? Definitely something to ponder.